of CSU Bakersfield. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Fenley. University of Texas Rio Grande Valley head coach Todd Lowry losing that emotionally charged matchup last year in 4 sets. But as far as his starting lineup is concerned, he's got 5 returners. For Bakersfield, their offense is flowing right now. A 3-match winning streak, and a lot of that is due to the play of Brianna Marinu, who averaged 3.33 kills per set in 3 matches last week at the Roadrunner Classic, was named the tournament MVP. And she will be fed the ball often, and how she does will say a lot about the outcome of this match. Big on the Roadrunner scouting report will be Ragni Sten Knutsen, 5'11" outside hitter out of Norway, preseason WAC Player of the Year. 8 matches in double-figure kills this season and was just named the WAC Offensive Player of the Week after 18 kills and 16 digs against Houston Baptist. Bakersfield 6-6 on the season. They are looking for their first winning record of the year, and they would accomplish that with a W tonight. It is the conference opener between these 2 teams, and we will have it right after this.
Don't miss the end of summer event at Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield. Get exceptional offers on 2018 Mercedes-Benz in stock. How about a sleek and stylish 2018 CLA Coupe? Lease one now for an incredible $319 per month. Offers end August 31st, so hurry in for best selection and offers on 2018 Mercedes-Benz in stock. Discover what it means to drive a Mercedes-Benz during the final days of the Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield end of summer event. 5600 Gasoline Alley Drive in the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way, from your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
From the beautiful Bakersfield, it is time for conference play in the Western Athletic Conference. The opener between University of Texas Rio Grande Valley as they visit CSU Bakersfield. Bakersfield coming in with a 3-match winning streak. They are 6-6 on the season and looking for their first winning record of the year. University of Texas Rio Grande Valley picked to finish 2nd in the WAC, and they are playing very well so far, 9-5 on the year. They actually have a win against a top 20 team in Baylor, a team they took down earlier this season. Bakersfield coming off hosting their own tournament at the Roadrunner Classic, where they won all 3 matches. And a look at the starting lineup for the Vaqueros, and it's Todd Lowry running the show, and what a job he has done with this program. Back-to-back winning seasons coming into this year, has a number of stellar outings at the NAIA level, winning national championships. Keanon Knutsen, number 1 at middle blocker. She will be one of the stars for this UTRGV team, coming off a win against Houston Baptist. And for Bakersfield, led by Giovanna Mello in her 5th season, Brooke Boyceau at the middle blocker spot. Sydney Wicks coming off over the weekend a 30 assist outing She is doing a great job of facilitating right now. Bree Mariner, also playing very well, was named the tournament MVP at the Roadrunner Classic last week. Well, as we mentioned in the pregame, these teams met in the conference championship, and the Vaqueros lost in 4 sets. You go back to that match, and in that 3rd set, it was wild. Finished 30-28 in favor of the Roadrunners. After the Roadrunners started out 17-8 in that 3rd set, it was back and forth, lead changes after lead changes. Another one to take an eye on is Alexandra Ecker, the captain at middle blocker out of Texas, number 3, and she will get the start as well. Milica Vukobrot starting for the 4th straight match, the freshman out of Serbia, number 19 in white for CSUB. Our up official is Patrick Bradley. Second referee is Gigi Prieto, and working the lines, Palladio Marenke and Brad Goodell. These teams have met 17 times, and only 2 wins to show for in those prior 17 matchups for the Vaqueros, 2-15. They did beat CSUB at home last year. They played 3 times a year ago, with the Roadrunners winning 2 of those 3. There is Todd Lowry, and what a job he has done in his 4th season with this program. Coached the team to its first winning season in 13 years back in 2016, as we are underway from the Icardo Center. Here is Brooke Sukoff, or rather Desi Sukoff, with the swing, and it is dug up. They work the middle to Boyso, and she has her swing popped up. And the first point going to University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Picked to finish 2nd in the conference, New Mexico State predicted to finish 1st, and University, or rather shall we say CSU Bakersfield, predicted to finish 3rd. There is Mariner with a soft touch into the back row for Jularic. And nice shot placement down the line by Sten Knutsen, the senior out of Norway. Had some time playing with the national team last month. And the service run continues for Dubravka Vukoya. It is 2-0 right now. Sukoff with a large swing from the left side. And fighting through the block, that is Sten Knutsen. We talked about her in the pregame. They've got to find a way to slow her down on the pins. Our score is now 3-0 in favor of the Vaqueros. Vukobrot gets the first contact. Here is Mariner over the top of a double block. Got a touch at the net. That was Oliveira, and Silva trying to establish the block. It went off of the hands of Silva, and a side out with Sukoff, the sophomore from Murrieta, from the service line. They go high and away to Silva, and she is able to rip it down the line, or no. Net violation. Net violation. And that's going to be a point for CSU Bakersfield. Poor first contact off the serve. Sukoff towards the net, and that one was swung over by Vukobrot. They go out of the back row, and that one is sniffed out well defensively for Bakersfield. Boyso the touch, and a collision at the net. That's going to be a net violation and a point for Bakersfield. Bakersfield in the midst of a 3-game winning streak. hosted 3 teams last weekend. They took down South Dakota, Montana, and UC Santa Barbara. And a point going to the Vaqueros as they increase their lead 5-2. The libero in Gazelle Zayas out of San Antonio, a transfer from Tyler Junior College from the service line. Here is Mariner against a double block and uncorks it deep cross-court corner for the score. Take another look at this. Mariner going inside the block, and right now she leads her team in kills per set, 2.33, hitting 194 on the season. And here comes Elisaya from the back line on the service. They send it over from the backcourt by Knutson. Silva gets turned back. They work it back to Silva. And going off the edge of the block, got a touch at the net and records the kill. Well, in the early goings of this first set, the Vaqueros as a team hitting 600 and Bakersfield just 333. They go backside of Vukabrad, dicing it through the block and out of bounds. And Vukabrad coming away with the side out and had a 6-kill performance against UC Santa Barbara last Thursday, but then followed that up against Montana. 3 kills, 3 errors on 19 swings, flatlined it percentage-wise. First contact by Emily Hansen, number 13, has just checked into the ball game. And Sukov with a touch over the net, and out of system are the Vaqueros. Can the Roadrunners capitalize? And they do. It's Sukov swinging from the left pin and going cross-court. We talked to Desiree Sukov before this match, and she said, look, I didn't really start playing volleyball until I was a freshman in high school. And then she said she got serious as a sophomore, and ever since then she's been committed to the game and started to get recruited to Bakersfield by the end of her junior season. Jularek is able to find a soft spot in the defense and put it down for a point. Antonella Jularek, a transfer from the University of Texas, San Antonio. Spent some time playing on the Croatian national team. And a mess of it on the Vaqueros side. It's sent over. Off the nets, and Sukov fanning it wide and off the mark. Sukov, 5'10" sophomore, has really been performing well from the service line, leads her team in that department, and the service run, though, continues for Jularek. Coming off back-to-back doubles. Out of bounds off the hands of the Roadrunners, and a point for the Vaqueros. Jularek had a 14-kill, 12-dig performance in the Vaqueros' last match, which was a win against Houston Baptist. She had 11 kills, 22 digs against Texas Tech as well. That was in front of over 2,000 people in Edinburgh, Texas, the home site for UTRGV. And a point for CSUB. Madison DeGarmo will step back to the service line. The 6'3" senior leading the conference in blocks per set at 1.07. They go backside, and a kill by Alexandra Ecker. The captain on this team has been the captain for the last 3 seasons. And it will be Ecker from the baseline. Emily Hansen winding up on the right side. And there was a touch. Yeah, so there was a touch off the swing that went long from Emily Hansen. This is Sydney Wicks from the service line. Oliveira scaling on the right side and letting one rip. Another look at this one. Off the palm of Thalita Oliveira, the junior, 6'3" out of Brazil. Fukuya will stand back at the service line. The 6-foot setter out of Serbia. Backside to Sukov and cannot clear the net on that swing from off the net. Well, Bakersfield at this point in game one hitting just 200 as a team, and the Vaqueros collectively .567 in hitting percentage. Wicks backside Sukov from the 3-meter line off the defense of Jularik, and down for a kill for Desiree Sukov. As she comes back to the service line, leads her team in aces at 14 coming in to tonight. Asked her about why she's having so much success from the baseline. Said it's all about a carefree attitude and just thinks positively. Silva rebuked, and there was Mariner ascending above the net, and next to her was Brooke Boyso denying access on the pin. Mariner with a solo roof. Boyso was nearby, and just this week was named Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Led the conference a week ago as far as averages in blocks per set. And the Bakersfield Roadrunners are getting something going here as we take a look at this one again. A 2-ball right to Boyso against a singular block with Oliveira matched up with her on the net. And the service run continues for Sukov. All sorts of discombobulation on the side of the Vaqueros as they were all messed up in serve receive there. .11 serving 12. And a shank pass off the body of Sten Knutsen, and an ace serve. 15 aces on the season for Sukov, and it's all knotted up at 12. We will take a timeout and be back with you here. 12-12 in the opening game.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
We are deadlocked at 12 here in the opening game of the opening match as far as conference play is concerned here between CSUB and the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Brian Fenley with you here on ESPN3 and our great crew working behind the scenes. Sukov back to the baseline. And that one is mishandled off of Jularik, the 6'1" senior out of Croatia. And all of a sudden, Bakersfield takes the lead here. 2 aces in this rotation for Sukov. Mishandled tip shot is sent over by Oliveira. Backside, Mariner into the deep cross court. That one is read well. And then a kill from Sten Knutsen, I beg your pardon, the senior out of Norway, siding out and restoring order on the side of the Vaqueros as she goes outside of that block, lining up along the pin. Very nice shot placement for Sten Knutson. And she will wave back on the serve. First touch was from Hernandez, and off the net, Vukobrot gets it across. They go quick middle to Oliveira and sniffed out by Bakersfield. Vukobrot will uncork a swing. Jularic in front of a diving Hernandez, putting it down for a kill. Another look at this one. You could see there was a little bit of a soft spot in the defense. No one right there in coverage. And the heads-up play by Sten Knutson. Sukov goes outside to Vukobrot. She gets dug up. Jularic hammering it deep cross-court corner. And she is starting to flow here. The transfer from the University of Texas, San Antonio. And you have to think that she's playing some of her best volleyball of the season. Back-to-back double-doubles for her. As Knutson with the service. They go quick middle to Boyso. And that one is a soft block. Jularic hammering into the back row. Hernandez got the first contact. And a stuff block on that right side. Oliveira was there. And she records the solo stuff. That was a swing off the palm of Vukobrot. So 16 serving 13 here. Mariner winding up on the right side. That one dug up by Zayas, and a kill thrown down in the middle. And after it was 12-12, a 5-1 run orchestrated by the Vaqueros, and a timeout called. We will stay here. In the meanwhile, Bakersfield haunted with attacking errors so far. They have 4. That's not going to get it done. Just like Bakersfield hosting their own tournament last week, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley hosted their own tournament a week ago, and they're coming off a 4-set beatdown against Houston Baptist. They also hosted Texas Tech, lost in 4 sets. That was a team that Bakersfield also lost to earlier this season. But the Vaqueros did beat Texas Southern in that same tournament, swept them, and held Texas Southern to negative numbers in the hitting department and percentage-wise. Well, Bakersfield hitting under 200 as a team. And Ragni Sten Knutson stands back, looking to slap it across the net. First contact to Hernandez. Quick setting up Vukobrot. She gets dug up by Zayas, and a swing and a kill out of the middle by the front line for CSUB. That ends a 5-1 run. As we take a look at this one again, Boyso rearing back with the right hand and throttling it down. Knutson with 3 kills on 6 swings. She is hitting .500, also 4 digs. There are 4 players on the Vaqueros with 3 kills. You also have Silva, Oliveira, and Jularic, all with 3 kills. So they have been very selfless in terms of ball handling. That one is turned back off the palm of Silva. She will reload against the double block and dice it through. It is playable, though, off a backside set from Wicks. Mariner gets a backcourt swing. Jularic 2-hands it up, or rather Vukobrot, and then Mariner turning it down the line and off the mark on the swing. That now is 5 attacking errors for Bakersfield in just this opening game. Gazelle Zayas, the libero out of San Antonio, back to serve again. DeGarmo taking control at the net. Had Ecker there in front of her and was able to use her 6'3" frame in DeGarmo and pummel it down for a put away. Elisaya now will retreat back to the service line with 15 serving 18 in this opening game. All sorts of mistiming on the approach there. Fukuoka was trying to set up Ecker. And that is the second hitting error for the Vaqueros in this first set. Fukuoka goes outside to Silva, and the Brazilian tattoos it up against the double block on the pin. 4 kills for Silva on 10 swings, 1 attacking error. She is hitting .300. And she is back to serve. Bump set to Emily Hansen, who gets in a strong swing. They go out of the back row, and Knutson off-speeds it down for a kill. Take a look at this one again. Had just a Garmo at the net, and she kind of works just to the left of her and avoids the block. Silva rearing back from the service line, leads the team in kills at 3.58 kills per set. And a block is up after a swing by Hansen. 21-16, Vaqueros. We will stay here with you. Take a look at that play again. That was Hansen going up. And she got rebuked by Fukuoka. Coming up with a solo stuff. And here's some teaching with Coach Mello talking to Elisaya. Now, as we kind of talked a little bit about earlier in this match, the last time these two teams played, it was in 4 sets. It was in the conference championship match, which the Vaqueros actually hosted. And they entered that match last season 11-0 at home. They had not lost. They were as confident as can be. And then Bakersfield comes in and upsets them to earn a spot in the NCAA tournament. And the biggest thing you can take away from that match was what happened in the third set. It was a whirlwind. Bakersfield had a 17-8 lead. Then it starts going back and forth. The Vaqueros at one point are in front 28-27, and then 3 straight points from Bakersfield, and they win that third set 30-28, and then go on to win that fourth game. Hernandez with the first contact. This is Vukobrot swinging away from off the nets. They go high ball to Jularic, and pinpoint accuracy there in the seam, and lacing it down for a kill. Coach Lowry, after that matchup last season in the tournament championship match, talked about that third set as a ace is delivered by Silva. He said that third set, he felt like he had run a marathon as far as his heart rate is concerned. But this is a team that didn't have to reload. They only lost 1 predominant starter. They returned 5 starters this year, and that's one of the reasons why they're picked to finish second in the conference. Bakersfield 3 and New Mexico State preseason number 1. Vukobrot with a poor first pass out of the back row at Sukoff, does not get the liftoff she needed and smashes it into the net. So a run to end the opening game, which was taken by the Vaqueros 25-16. They are in front after 1 set. Set 2 coming up next on ESPN 3.
This Geico ad is intended only for people who wear rompers.
Gary forgot it's Casual Friday.
Just like he forgot to switch to Geico and save all that money.
Hey, leave Gary alone, guys. He's probably feeling pretty insecure right now.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The Infiniti QX50's revolutionary VC turbo engine has the power of a V6 and the efficiency of a 4-cylinder.
How did Germany not do that first?
Well, if you can't beat them. The all-new 2019 Infiniti QX50. There's nothing traditional about it.
Artificial intelligence helps us meet the needs of tomorrow, today.
By 2050, we need to produce 60% more food. So how do we feed the world without wrecking the planet? Using Microsoft AI, we make predictions about when to plant, when to irrigate, and when to harvest. Now we can reduce waste and produce more food.
Artificial intelligence helps us change the way we feed the world.
So many snacks, so little time.
He's hanging on for dear life, and oh, no!
What have I done? I let my team down, my fans, the kids. I even let Kenny Mayne down too?
Oh, I'm fine, but that's gonna be on SportsCenter.
It is?
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Tonight.
That's gonna be on SportsCenter!
And that could be the game.
He gonna be okay?
Displaced ego. It's gonna be a tough climb back.
University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley taking that opening set, and they did it with efficiency offensively. They hit as a group 469 in that opening game, and for Bakersfield, they hit just 103. Attacking errors also adding up for Bakersfield. They had 7 in that first set. Well, you think about this Vaqueros team. They have been, this program has been Division I since 1985. Before Todd Lowry took over as head coach 4 years ago, they had just 1 winning season since 1985, and that was in 2003. Since Lowry has come in, they had a winning season last year and the year prior. Not only is he doing it in the win column, but he's also realizing that, look, they're in a state in Texas which is very high in volleyball talent at the high school level. And he had mentioned previously, look, if we're going to recruit well in Texas and compete for recruits against the Longhorns, for one, a team that is number 5 in the nation right now, Baylor is top 20. He said we have to win games in the state of Texas in order to solidify ourselves recruiting-wise in the state. Now, he has players from all over the world. 5 from Brazil, 1 from Serbia, Czech Republic, Mexico, Croatia, and Norway. And speaking of Norway, that was Knutsen tip-shotting it over. Bonifacio is into the match, and she will pass it over. Knutsen pummels it down the line and registers the kill. Ragni Knutsen, one of 3 players the Vaqueros have that were named to the preseason all-conference team. Also, Barbara Silva and Alexandra Ecker, part of that honor. Fukuya from the service line. This is Sukov inside a double block, forcing the overpass, which ends up falling in bounds. Bonifacio let it go, and it managed to stay in bounds. So certainly an unorthodox way to come down with a point, but the Vaqueros out of the gate here in set 2, leading 2-0. Backside from Wicks, poor set that is directed across by Hernandez. They go quick middle to Oliveira and just rips it down. Talita Oliveira, the junior out of Brazil. Season high 8 kills and 4 blocks in a win against Texas A&M Corpus Christi earlier this season. That serve off the palm of Fukuya. There was Boiso letting one go, pinballing around off the defense of Zayas, and down for a kill for Brooke Boiso, who comes into this match second on the team in hitting percentage at .246. Had a 7-kill, 3-block outing against South Dakota last Saturday. Out of system, Vaqueros, and Jularic sends one into the net, so an attacking error makes it their second attacking error of this match. And it is 2 serving 3 With Sukoff already with 2 aces in this match. Double contact on the side of the Vaqueros. Ever since high school, Sukoff had desired to be a part of the Bakersfield volleyball program. That one is turned back. Silva, off speed, in coverage was Bonifacio. They go right side to Mariner and flailing it out of bounds. Sukoff had come to matches as a high school volleyball player here at Bakersfield, dreaming of the opportunity to play for this team. Now that she's here, she says the most important thing she can do is be a positive impact on her squad. Boyso fighting through a block, and it goes on the side of the Vaqueros. Net violation the call, and it will be a point for the Roadrunners. Krista Hernandez will go back to serve. Vaqueros with 2 total blocks, Bakersfield with just 1. First contact from Jularic, and a stuff off the swing of Oliveira. There was Bonifacio rising to the occasion. And Bakersfield now in front, 5 serving 4. They come in with a 3-match winning streak. Also have wins against UC Irvine in the UC Irvine tournament. They took down San Diego State back in August. And another savvy point on the side of Bakersfield, and the service run continues. For Krista Hernandez, the 5'5" libero out of Culver City, California, just a shade away from downtown Los Angeles. Out of the back row, it's Knutson. Diving for it was Hernandez in the backcourt and could not scoop it up. And that results in a point for Knutson, the senior out of Norway. Now, she was the preseason conference player of the year and missed preseason practices because of her duties with the national team. One thing that Coach Lowry had talked about with Knutson is that she's taking more responsibility on defense than in the past and seems to be more confident. But Knutson has been playing with the youth national team in Norway since 14 years of age. She has the first contact. Jularic with a dink shot that is covered by Elisaya. Bonifacio will let it go. Silva is dug up by Elisaya. Bonifacio goes cross court, and a good up by Zayas. And just a miss hit from Knutson, flying out of the back row. Her sister, Marion, is a setter on the national team right now, and one of the reasons that Knutson got into volleyball in Norway is because both of her parents are club volleyball coaches, and she had the opportunity over the summer to take on the likes of Ukraine, Greece, and Knutson led Norway in hitting in those matches. Emily Hansen is able to finagle it through a double block of Ecker and Jularic and tally the kill, and Bakersfield out and rolling here, responding in set 2. They lead 9-5 and a timeout on the floor. You're watching WAC action on ESPN3.
In 2011, California passed a law requiring carbon monoxide alarms in single-family homes.
That was 7 years ago. Carbon monoxide alarms
typically last 7 to 10 years.
Which means California is about to start hearing a lot of this. But you can beat the beep,
by getting a new kitted carbon monoxide alarm now.
Beat the beep by going to your local Home Depot to find the kitted solution that's right for you.
say anything you want, but everything that you do, make it what you want.
Back at the Icardo Center and CSU Bakersfield. And Bakersfield leading 9-5. Bakersfield. So 9 serving 5. Lisa Elisaya will wave it across. They go back set, and that one was not quite the set you want, off the hands of Fukuya. And she was trying to set up Pamela Morera, the redshirt freshman, on the pin. So poor passing leads to another point for Bakersfield. Dug up over the net and out of bounds. Elisaya is actually a cousin of teammate Brianna Mariner. Jularic through the seam of the block and down. And for Jularic now, that is 5 kills on 12 swings. She is hitting .333. Forcing the side out. Here comes the serve from Morera. Hansen got turned back. Backside set to Bonifacio. Off speeds it. In coverage was Fukuya. Out of the back row, a smash from Knutson. Bump set. Bonifacio flailing it long past the end line. That is 8 attacking errors for Bakersfield in this match. And we take a look at it again. 7 serving 11. Pamela Morera averaging 3.31 kills per set at the service line. DeGarmo gets rebuked up the middle. Alexandra Ecker, the senior out of the O'Connor High School, the 5'10", 3-year captain. 5'10" against 6'3". 5'10" wins on that one-on-one at the net. It is 8 serving 11 now. DeGarmo unloading. And that one worked into the deep cross court. Nice setup by Elisaya. And DeGarmo registers the kill. Now, last season, she played predominantly at the right side hitter position. Had to come over and is now at the middle blocker spot due to some of the graduating middle blockers. And a block up at the net. And it goes to the Vaqueros for a point. Yeah, DeGarmo had played middle blocker until freshman year of high school, then switched to right side her sophomore year. Played throughout her college days. First 2 years she was at the University of Wyoming. And then they need size up front. She comes and fills in that spot and is doing so very well towards the latter part of the season. DeGarmo will come back to the line. 8 aces on the season. She said she really found her game at the middle blocker spot after the matchup against Air Force in that tournament in Colorado Springs. Then she said she really found a groove in how the timing was supposed to be as far as taking approaches and getting in rhythm with her passers. Jularic with the overpass. Backside, Sukov, and nailing it long and out of bounds. So here comes the service from Alexandra Ecker, 5'10", middle blocker. Second on the team in blocks per set at .83 per set. Elisaya works it to Sukov and just wide of the mark on the smashdown. So the Vaqueros inching closer, within 3. And here comes the serve from Ecker. Boyso gets the first contact. Elisaya throws it to Sukov. And this time she hammers it off the block and down. Sydney Wicks will come in, and so will Brianna Mariner. Knutson leading the Vaqueros in kills with 6. And we talked about her in the pregame. They worked the slide to Oliveira, dug up in the deep cross court by Wicks. Off the net, it's Sukov. Didn't get the lift she wanted and smashes it into the twine. Sukov, 4 kills, 6 attacking errors. She is hitting in negative numbers right now on 14 swings. Wicks setting up Sukov, muscling it through the block of Knutson and Oliveira, using her strong swing to dice up that block as Hannah Manzanares will come out. And Rafa Bonifacio will check back in, number 7 into the front row in white for Bakersfield. In! Off the palm of Sukov. That is 3 aces in this match for the sophomore out of Murrieta. 17 on the season. And she's not just doing it from the service line. Top 3 on her team in kills per set, but she can't make a play on that cross-court shot. Knutson will come back to the service line. Last season in WAC play, Knutson second most in kills per set. Boyso off the feed from Wicks. It goes out of bounds, and Patrick Bradley, our up official, says there is no touch up front. So Sten Knutson will look to send it the Bakersfield side. Set up to Mariner, and she laces it down. And that was all set up by Sydney Wicks. The redshirt junior named to the all-tournament team here last weekend at the Roadrunner Classic. 9th in the conference in assists per set at 5.84. Serve goes out of bounds. And here comes Gazelle Zayas, who is tied for second on the team with 12 aces. Bump set. They go to Mariner, who digs it up. Bonifacio letting it rip, and that one she can't put down. On the dump, finds the floor. And it's a 2-point second game. Zayas was named the WAC Defensive Player of the Week last week, had 26 digs against Baylor in that win that might have been the best in program history, and a response on the Bakersfield side. Elisaya will come in for Mariner. Emily Henson will check back in for Sydney Wicks. You go back to that tournament that the Vaqueros played in at Baylor, and Baylor at that point was 15th in the nation, and University of Texas Rio Grande Valley won that in 5 sets, and it's believed to be the highest ranked opponent that this team has ever beaten in Division I program history. It is the 3rd win for the program against a Big 12 team. And Pamela Morera will stand back at the service line. One kill, 2 attacking errors on 5 swings. She is hitting negative numbers. Bonifacio has her shot turned back. DeGarmo after a one-hand save by Zayas at the libero spot. They go outside to Bonifacio. and crushes it. Sprawling for it was Zayas, and she could not get that one up. Vaqueros will take a timeout, down 21-17 in this second set, and we will keep it here with you. Knutson leading the Vaqueros in kills with 6 on 13 swings. She is hitting .385. Silva with 4 kills. Jularik has 5 on 12 attempts. And on the Bakersfield side, Desiree Sukoff. Most kills, but she is in negative numbers, hitting percentage-wise at negative .125. That's because of those 7 hitting errors she has had on 16 attempts. 4 kills off the palm of Brooke Boyso and Madison DeGarmo. Showing out early, 4 kills, 7 tries, hitting .286. Bakersfield, though, hitting just under 100 as a team throughout this match. They have the edge in service aces with 5, only 2 in that category for the Vaqueros. Rafa Bonifacio will get us started out of the timeout. Knutson gets the first contact. They go to Jularik, and she swings away on the left side. Hernandez with a bump set to Hansen, and it goes long and wide off the southpaw's palm. Manzanares will come in and replace Bonifacio. Hansen cutting it inside the double block of Knutson and Ecker, and finding the floor. Hansen has 3 kills on 12 swings, hitting .083. DeGarmo will step back and just out of bounds. Talked to DeGarmo before this match, and I asked her, what are your plans after your volleyball playing days? And she wants to be a commercial pilot. She said she had thoughts of being an engineer, getting into marketing. She took a plane flight last summer, got to know some of the flight attendants as Knutson sends it over the net. And nice coverage there by Morera. Knutson again, and a good up by Hernandez. Hansen, the dink shot, and that one is covered by Ecker. Touch shot off the palm of Sukoff. And a swing is sent back from Boyso after the smash down by Knutson. Backside set to Hansen. Long rally and popped up there by Morera out of Brazil. Scooped up again. Backside Hansen, and she gets hers dug up. Boyso popped it up, and it's sent over by Sukoff. Jularik pummeling it long, and a long rally won by Bakersfield. But going back to DeGarmo, so over the summer, last summer, she had gotten to know some of the flight attendants on a flight, and she's like, look, maybe this is what I want to do. She goes back home, and they have a new neighbor where her parents live, and he is a pilot for Southwest. And so she goes to him and says, look, this is what I want to do. I want to be a flight attendant. And he goes to her and says, well, if you can be a flight attendant, why don't you be a pilot? And it really started to resonate with her. And now that's what she wants to do. When she graduates, she will go and study aviation. And one day, she might be flying one of your planes. Here is Wicks sending the high ball off the net from Sukoff. Hernandez two-hands it up. They go backside. Mariner against a double block, and it's dug out in the backcourt. What a big up by Hernandez. Sukoff going with a shot in the cross corner. Knutson swing is dug up by Hernandez over the net on the overpass. Knutson reloads a soft block. Sukoff gets the first contact. Now she will try to turn it down the line. It's rebuked and touched over. Oh, it's an interference going over the net by Talita Oliveira. So the point instead will switch to the Roadrunners. And they've got set point with Sukoff, who already has mustered up 3 aces. Desiree Sukoff, the sophomore, 5'10". Overpass, and the slam dunk by Rafa Bonifacio, putting it into game 2, which Bakersfield takes 25-20. So we are all knotted up at 1 set apiece in this conference opener. Set 3 right after this on ESPN3.
How does Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense go beyond sweat protection? Clean.
Doesn't stain my clothes. I don't get the underarm pit stains.
We couldn't have said it better ourselves. Try Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense for anti-stain and anti-mark protection.
This Geico ad is intended only for people who grew up in the 80s.
Renting VHS tapes is dope.
So is saving money with Geico.
And their 24/7 access to licensed agents is totally fresh.
Word. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
This is not a delivery. It's a deployment of dependability.
Excellent. There you go.
Maytag, Maytag, Maytags. So get your big jobs ready, America, because Maytag Power is ready to get to work.
Maytag was named the #1 top-load agitator washer by a leading consumer magazine.
Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Cinturones, por favor. Gracias.
Opportunity is everywhere.
This could be fun.
It's a door.
Ooh, it's doing a lot of kicking down there.
Waiting to be opened. Whatever your ambition, whatever your drive, whatever you're chasing, opportunity is everywhere. All you have to do to find it is get out. Here.
Beautiful Bakersfield, California. And after dropping set 1, 25-16, CSU Bakersfield with a response in game 2. They got it done at the nets as well. There were some long rallies in that second set. Oliveira there with the put down on the side of the Vaqueros. They go to the middle, but that time she was blocked back. And Rafa Bonifacio really having a great performance. 4 kills on 10 swings, hitting 300. We'll step aside, and after this, have the start of the 3rd set.
What do you mean it's not working out, Craig?
Craig and Sheila broke up.
What? Craig and Sheila broke up? Craig and Sheila broke up.
As long as office gossip travels fast, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Craig and Sheila broke up.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
You But everything that you do, make it what you want.
The Infiniti QX50's revolutionary VC turbo engine has the power of a V6 and the efficiency of a 4-cylinder.
How did Germany not do that first?
Well, if you can't beat them. The all-new 2019 Infiniti QX50. There's nothing traditional about it.
Third set here from the Icardo Center. One set apiece between these conference foes, CSU Bakersfield and UTRGV. You know, we always talk about what they did in that conference tournament championship game, but the Vaqueros won in the regular season against this Bakersfield team. And we take a look at the halftime stats. The hitting percentage is something that Giovanna Mello for Bakersfield is going to want to talk to her team about. Attacking errors also a big reason why they dropped that first set. But all in all, a very tight battle on the floor as we get started in this third set. Sukov for the first contact. They go to Boyso, who rips it down off the pass from Sydney Wicks. Brooke Boyso, the redshirt freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. 2 matches ago, in a win against Montana, had 8 total blocks. They go outside to Knutson, and Brooke Boyso, speaking of blocks, with a solo roof right there. Now, throughout high school, Brooke Boyso was sort of the star, starting and playing with a big-time program. But last season, she redshirted, and she said, look, it was a little bit hard not being able to play. And the net play is really picking up on the Bakersfield side as they take the first 3 points in this third game. She said if it weren't for the supportive teammates from the bench, you know, it helped her get through that redshirt year. But again, there were players on this team last year. They graduated, a couple stars and Georgievich and others, where she probably would not have gotten a lot of playing time if she burned her red shirt, and that time she gets sent back. Talita Oliveira had a 4-block match against Texas A&M Corpus Christi earlier this season, and on a one-on-one, she prevails on that battle at the net. Ragni Sten-Knutson will let it fly from the baseline. Hernandez with a bump set. Rafa Bonifacio gets dug up in the cross court by Zayas, and Julark will send it across. Bump set to Mariner. Got a touch up at the net and covered by Knutson. Dink shot that is covered from Morera. Hernandez popping it up, and Sukov letting one rip. And a kill out of the middle for Oliveira. Her 5th kill on 12 swings. She is hitting .250. And Sukov tried to dive for it there, but could not make a play. Knutson in 4 matches last week in their tournament they hosted averaged 3.93 kills per set. And ping-ponging around on the side of the Roadrunners, and they cannot put it over the net. So after a 3-0 spurt for the Runners, a 3-0 spurt here to answer from the Vaqueros. Knutson from the line, 7 kills on 23 swings, and she pops it up with one hand. Outside set to Julark in coverage with Bonifacio. She will roll shot it from off the net. Julark placing it Down the line, and Hernandez, or rather Wicks, was there in coverage. And a net violation called on Brianna Mariner. Vaqueros really stacked their schedule in the preseason with some tough teams. They went out to Utah State, played in a tournament there as Boiso. The smackdown out of the middle for the red shirt freshman. But Boiso 6 kills on 14 swings, closing in on hitting 300, just 286 right now. Vaqueros, they beat Utah State and Incarnate Word. They lost in that tournament at Utah State to Cal Poly with a double contact called on their side. But look, this Cal Poly team this season at that point was ranked 14th in the nation. They have 2 wins against UCLA. So they've really kind of ramped up their schedule in the preseason and hoping that sets them up for some good play in conference action as we take a look at the smashdown down the line by Pamela Marrera, averaging 3.31 kills per set. This is Zayas from the baseline. First contact by Zukov, and Madison DeGarmo unloading. DeGarmo, 6'3" senior, the tallest member of the Bakersfield team, as Elisaya will just slap it across. They go quick middle to Ecker as she has to readjust her approach and does knuckle it across. Hansen on the cross-court shot. That one was dug up by Fukuya. Nice up by Zukov. Bonifacio gets turned back, and she will take over the offensive rebound and send it the other way. And down the line, a kill for Marrera. The right side hitter, the redshirt freshman, 6-footer, out of Brazil off the backside set by Vukoya. So we're all knotted up at 6 in this third game. If you're just joining us, Vaqueros took set 1. Roadrunners took set 2. This is Hansen off speed, dug up by Zayas. Jularic, the transfer from UTSA, gets her shot sent back. They will reload to her and go through the seam of the block. DeGarmo crossed the center line. There was no whistle. They work the slide to Ecker, and she gets rebuked. Jularic over the block. And here comes Bonifacio with a roll shot in coverage down the line was Marrera. And the ball finally finds the floor. And the Vaqueros take the lead. Well, they joined the WAC in 2013. Before that, they were a part of the Great West Conference. And from 2008 to 1998, they were without a conference, playing as an independent. Knutson with the swing forces the overpass that falls inbounds. How about another look at that? Hernandez digging it over the net and keeping it in play. 7 serving 7. Bonifacio, 4 kills on 18 swings. Jularic, a quick ricochet, and it's put over the net. Back row attack, the violation, and the Roadrunners surrender the point. Bonifacio out, and Hannah Manzanares will come back in. Only one new face in the starting lineup for the Vaqueros this year. They had 5 returning starters. They had 2 transfers. One of them was Jularic from the service line and working the dump there on the front line. Take another look at this. Bukoya taking matters into her own hands on the offensive side. They set up Hansen, strikes it, got a touch, and the ball was in bounds. Hansen with 4 kills on 18 swings, 2 attacking errors, hitting .111, also with 1 dig. Madison DeGarmo back at the line. Played her first 2 seasons of college ball at Wyoming. Transferred to Bakersfield, said it was due in large part to the family atmosphere that head coach Giovanna Mello had instilled at this program. Julark will come out. And for the first time out on the floor, number 7, Barbara Krug. Out of Brazil, transfer from Blinn College. DeGarmo, the serve. Discombobulated. It is bumped over by Morera. Off of her hands and out. Boiso, set up by Elisaya, is able to adjust her approach off the awkward set and find the floor. DeGarmo just sprays it wide on the serve. And so we're back to a tie game, 10-10. When we go back to that tournament championship match between these two teams last year, a big reason why Bakersfield was able to prevail after Hansen puts down the swing that has a soft block. Knutson off the palm of Manzanares, tracked by Elisaya and bumped over. Ball is sent to Knutson, dug over by Hernandez, and bumped over by Oliveira. Eyeball to Hansen, tooling it off the block of Knutson and down. 5 kills for Emily Hansen. But when we go back to that prior matchup in the conference championship, Bakersfield, they had 14 more kills. They had 10 aces. And Alexandra Georgievich, who has since graduated, had 14 kills for Bakersfield and led the way as Pamela Morera again stuffing the stat sheet with another strike from the right side. That is 5 kills on 13 swings. She is hitting .231. And another tie here in this third set. Bukoya looking to serve. And it falls in for an ace. She had 3 aces in that 4-set loss to Texas Tech last week at that tournament they hosted in Edinburgh, Texas. And a shank off the defense of Sukoff. So 2 quick aces from Bukoya. She played in that match last year, did Bukoya. Didn't play her best and sat out for most of the 4th set because of that. And the block was up. And the Vaqueros have marched in front by 3. A timeout on the floor with a 14-11 lead in favor of University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Life is about moments.
CSU Bakersfield starting out at just 42%. They trail in this third set 14-11. Fukuoka from the service line. The touch from Boiso. That one was covered. Right side, Morera. And her shot is dug up. Off the net, Sukov. Cross court, Knutson gets the first contact. They go back to Morera. Down the line. And it fans wide. Says Junior, they call him. The linesman on that side. Nicknamed Junior, making that call, saying it was out. Sukov with the service. Fukuoka working it right side to Knutson. And smart swing, working it off the block and out. Knutson with 7 kills to lead her team in that department. 0 service errors from the Vaquero side. Wicks behind the head to Mariner and drilling it again off the mark. Brianna Mariner, preseason all-WAC, had a career-high 15 kills, 11 digs in a win, a 4-set win against Montana. Bump set to Mariner, scaling over a double block. It's out, but a touch at the net, says our down official Gigi Prieto. So the point will go to Bakersfield as Krista Hernandez, the sophomore, will look to send it across. First contact was Zayas, and a not clean swing sent over by Oliveira. Good up by Fukuoka. Out of the back row is Knutson, and her takeoff, oh, went right into the net off the right-handed swing. So it's a 2-point third set. Zayas, pass to Fukuoka, shoved into the block. And the point will go to UTRGV. Zayas back at the line. Her coach talked about just what a great gift she is. They're able to poach her from the junior college ranks. Morera gets dug up in the cross court by Wicks, the redshirt junior. Bonifacio with a swing from off the net. They work it quick middle to Eckert, and that one is turned back. Out of the back row, they work a pipe attack, and Knutson unable to put it down. Diving for it, and off the defense of Vukovoya. And a strong kill, monster crush for Madison DeGarmo. Up to 6 kills as Elisaya will come back to the service line. Todd Lowry, head coach for Vaqueros, just his 4th season, has won 4 NAIA national championships. He picked up this program, had been up against 11 straight losing seasons. First season he's there, they're below 500, but the 2 years since has totally transformed this program. And comes into this year with back-to-back winning records. For many years in the 90s, this team was part of the Sun Belt, and in 3 seasons in that conference, they went without a conference win. Hansen letting one rip and dug up in the backcourt by Knutson. And punched over, knuckled over by Morera into the twine. And an attacking error forces this side out with Rafa Bonifacio coming back out. To the end line. 5 aces for Bakersfield and 4 for the Vaqueros. Roadrunners have had to really find a lot of new faces to contribute at a high level. There is a touch off the swing and a point for the Vaqueros. Let's take a look at that one again. So for University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, just one starter from last year departed to graduation. Well, it's been a completely different scenario for Bakersfield. They graduated 5 seniors, including their 2 top middle blockers in Sydney Haynes and Haley Roberts, both were second-team all-conference. And then also graduating was Alexandra Georgievich, who was the conference tournament MVP. DeGarmo with the tap down. But on the follow-through, her hand clipped the net, so it's a net violation and a point for the Vaqueros. So with those 2 middle blockers graduating, that is in part why they have moved DeGarmo from the right side opposite position to the middle blocker spot. And so far, she's really relished this opportunity. Already with 6 kills, looking for number 7, and there it is. Touch at the net. And the 6'3" senior getting her team within 3. She will go back to the service line. 7 runners on this Bakersfield team, at least 6 feet. She is the tallest. Knudsen over the block. OTT and the hammer. Knudsen 8 kills on 30 swings. Ecker from the baseline. Hansen is dug up, but out of bounds. Into the crowd. Off the defense of Pamela Morera. Mariner will come back in. Sydney Wicks as well. Wicks was named the all-tournament team at the Roadrunner Classic. Second on her team in aces at 8 coming into tonight. Fukuoya sets up Knudsen. Dicing through the block, but it is returnable for the Roadrunners. Swing off the net by Mariner. Bump set to Knudsen. Tries to go half speed. And drifting it into the net. Not putting enough on it. Wicks had talked a lot about what this team needs to improve on, and said it really kind of comes down to being a better serving team and better being in terms of passing. Really trying to strive to get stronger serves to create her opponents into more out-of-system scenarios. And a kill out of the middle. And it's back to a 1-point game. Wicks sets up Boyso. Launching it to the floor. Timeout. Alt. And we will stay put here with you. Knudsen leading the way for the Vaqueros with 8 kills, 4 attacking errors. Morera has 5 kills. And there is a look of a focused Brooke Boyso. And then Todd Lowry, they're leading the way. Head coach for the Vaqueros. And can't say enough about what this man has done for this program. I mean, 1 winning season since he took over, since 1985. And that was in 2003 when they finished just 4 matches over 500 under head coach Dave Thorne. Brooke Boyso having another strong outing, 8 kills on 18 tries. She is hitting .333. Vaqueros took that first set. Roadrunners responded in set 2. They took that one, and now this is quite a showdown in game 3. Sydney Wicks back at the line. Coming back from a torn ACL is Sydney Wicks. Really the emotional spark plug of this team, but she cannot pop that one up off the smash down by Knudsen. And that is now 9 kills for the 5'11 senior out of Norway. Bukoya back at the line. And a response served up by UTRGV. They are 2 points away from taking set 3. Again, it is 1 set apiece. Best of 5 rally scoring. First 4 sets go to 25, win by 2. And an up called on the Roadrunners. So set points. And Bukoya will have a chance to put her team in front 2-1. She will let it fly from the baseline. Bump set from Sukov. Off the net, she gets the swing, goes off the defense of Oliveira. It is returned by Moreira, the Brazilian, and fires it out of bounds down the line. Moreira, 5 kills. That is 6 attacking errors. She is into negative numbers on 19 swings with Desiree Sukov to serve here, already with 3 aces. Sukov, after her volleyball playing days are complete, majoring in business management, and was asked what she wants to do with that major. We'll explain in just a moment. Bump set goes right to Knudsen, and she gets roofed. Sent back. And a 2-0 spurt for the Roadrunners here. 22 serving 24. Sukov, 5 kills on 27 swings, 7 attacking errors. Bumped over by Moreira. Backcourt, Hernandez gets the first contact. Bonifacio with a wrist. There was also a net violation. Either way you look at it, it is a point for Bakersfield. 3-0 run for Bakersfield. Trying to fight off a set point here. Sukov serves to Zayas, the libero, the senior. Hernandez sprawling out for the first contact. Quick middle to Boyso, putting it down. 24-24. Brooke Boyso, 9 kills, hitting 300. Fighting off 4 set points to even it back up at 24. And a timeout called for the Vaqueros and head coach Todd Lowry. Brooke Boyso, just a redshirt freshman, named the WAC Defensive Player of the Week this week after leading the conference in blocks per set in that home tournament where they played here and took down the likes of Montana, South Dakota, and UC Santa Barbara. In those 3 matches, she averaged 2.4 kills per set. She has 4 total blocks, 3 attacking errors, 9 kills on 20 swings, hitting 300. DeGarmo with the best hitting percentage on the team tonight, 333, 7 swings, or rather 7 kills on 12 swings, and 3 hitting errors. Last time these 2 teams played and it went to a 3rd set, it didn't finish until it was 30-28. Something about the 3rd set between these 2 teams, they don't like to finish without going into some extra time. Sukov with the serve. Bumped up, sets up Knudsen off the nets. Quick middle to Boyso, over and straight past Oliveira in coverage with Zayas, and they're able to return it somehow. Bonifacio breaking it through the block. And set point for the Roadrunners. And a 5-0 run here has them on the verge of taking game 3 and a 2-1 lead in this conference opener. Wiping off a little bit of perspiration on the Vaquero side. Here is Sukov into the net. Level at 25. And here comes Ragni Knutsen. 15 digs, 9 kills on 37 swings. Wicks popping it up for Bonifacio. And a good up by Knutsen in the backcourt. Zayas gets the second contact, and it's bumped over by Krug. Wicks high and away to Bonifacio, and just crushes that one on the left pin against a double block. Take another look. Rafa Bonifacio showing up in a big way here at home in front of the home crowd. Hernandez to serve. Backside sets. Roof! DeGarmo puts up the block. And it is a set 3 victory for Coach Mello and Bakersfield as we look at that one again. DeGarmo with an answer against Pamela Moreira, looking to crush it on the Texas Rio Grande Valley side. 4th set coming up right after this on ESPN 3.
How does new Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense go beyond sweat protection?
Clean. Doesn't say my clothes. I don't get the underarm pit stains.
Well, we couldn't have said it better ourselves. Try new Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense for anti-stain and anti-mark protection.
I wish you weren't so worried about moving.
I'm hoping these nature sounds will help me relax a bit.
At least we don't have to worry about homeowners insurance. Just call Geico.
Good to know.
Get to know Geico for homeowners insurance.
You can do and you can say anything you want, but everything that you do, make it what you want.
Opportunity is everywhere. Like here and here. See? Opportunity. Everywhere. About to be parents. Meeting the parents. And this driver logging out to watch his kid hit one out of the... Opportunity is everywhere. All you have to do to find it is get out. Here.
After facing 4 set points in the 3rd game, CSU Bakersfield with a strong response, and they come back and take game 3, 27-25. They have a 2-1 lead against their nemesis in conference in the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Bakersfield has not at any point in this season had a winning record. A victory tonight would ensure that. After starting the season 3-6, they played in a couple tournaments away from home. They started out at San Diego State at their invitational, went 1-2. Then went to UC Irvine and their tournament and went 1-2. But all you can take from that is that this team is a completely different looking team, efficiency-wise, than the Roadrunners on the road. In fact, the first home match of the season was the 10th match of the year, and it was a win against UC Santa Barbara. And afterwards, Bakersfield head coach Giovanni Mello said, "I've not seen this team play like this all season." It was almost a sense of bewilderment that, look, they have the talent. It was all about finding the pieces to fit, because as we talked about, there were 5 graduating seniors, so they had a lot of shoes to fill. Knutson gets going with the kill and the touch up front. She's up to 10 kills. As Mariner tried to shut her down, but was unable to do so. One serving, 0. Wicks sets up Sukov. Zayas couldn't make a play on it, mishandles the dig attempt. And a side out for the Roadrunners. They were siding out at 53% in that third set and only sided out at 36% in set 1. And that was, of course, the set they lost 25-16. Team blocks pretty even on both sides. 17 blocks for the Vaqueros, 6 for the Roadrunners. Here comes Knutson. Wicks passing it cross court to Bonifacio. That one will be playable. And down and putting it away was Silva. Barbara Silva. Entered today with 242 career block assists, which is 4th most in program history. Had a 14 kill, 8 block performance last week against Texas Southern, a team they swept out of the Southland Conference. And a kill out of the middle again, and none other than Brooke Boyso able to split that block up the middle and put it down for a kill. Boyso up to 10 kills. 4 blocks. According to her team, Brooke Boyso is the best singer on the team as well. When they go on long van rides to away matches, they say she starts singing "Row, row, row your boat," and then the rest of the team finishes the song. Apparently they know the lyrics. And a point to the Vaqueros. Well, we talked so much about what went down in the conference tournament championship match, but the Vaqueros at home last year beat the Roadrunners, and it was a 4-set victory. And a illegal attacker and a point off the violation to the Vaqueros. They are out and running here in set 4. 5 serving, 2 Mariner. Down the line, sniffed out by Zayas. 2-handed up by Hernandez. This is Bonifacio. Has 7 kills. Not able to put it down that time, but right back at you. There she is with the savvy play off the overpass. Is able to 2-hand it down. Wicks and Mariner will head to the bench, and Lisa Elisaya will step up and look to pat it across the net. Quick middle and a soft block, and this will be returnable for the Roadrunners. Bonifacio had it rebuked, sent over the net from off the net by Elisaya and dug up by Sukov. Bump set, Bonifacio setting up Sukov. And flying in from the back row was Knutson. Bonifacio with a dink shot in coverage there were the Vaqueros. Off the defense of Sukov, and a swing going down. And a kill registered to the Vaqueros. Let's take a look at this one again. And you had Hernandez trying to run it down. 6 serving 3. This is Silva from the baseline. High ball to Hansen. Trying to hammer it down. Has 6 kills. Not another one on that swing. Zayas misses the mark, going wide on the cross-court shot. Could not get the score there. And that is 20 attacking errors for the Vaqueros, and that's 23 for Bakersfield in that category. Knutson again out of the back row. Popped up, quick attack, and DeGarmo flails it out of bounds and did not get a touch. Manzanares will check in for Bonifacio. Bonifacio will exit with 8 kills on 28 swings. She is hitting .250. For serving 7, this is Barbara Krug, the senior out of Brazil. Backside Hansen, and muscling it through the block of Ecker and Knutson, and down. DeGarmo back to the service line. Coming into tonight, leading the conference in blocks per set at 1.07. No touch at the net off the hitting error from the Vaqueros. Silva's attempt sailing long on the prior sequence. DeGarmo with the service. Here is Knutson uncorking. High ball, and Sukov slamming it down. Off the feed from Elisaya. Works that high ball and goes over the block. Scaling up there. 7 serving 7. And bumped over by Ecker, the 5'10 senior. They go outside. Sukov and finds a soft spot in that defense and comes down with a point. Sukov, 8 kills for Bakersfield. That is tied for second most. Bonifacio also with 8 kills. And Boyso leading the way for the Roadrunners with 10. DeGarmo with a bump set. Elisai works it outside to Sukov, and she got blocked back. Fukuoya was there. Number 10. And has the wherewithal to shape her body so that off the ricochet, the ball lands back in the Roadrunners' side of the court. There is Ecker from the service line. Had a 14-kill match against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, a career high for her. Hansen trying to smash it down. And she will come out. And Bakersfield leading by 1 as she puts down that kill. Sydney Wicks from the service line. And Knutson pummels it off the block and out. Well, when you think about the energy that's created from this Roadrunners team, it really starts and is ignited by Sydney Wicks. She really has taken on the role of being kind of an emotional spark plug, very vocal out there, and as a redshirt senior has taken on more of a leadership role. Sukov outside and comes up with a score on a cross-court shot. Sukov with 9 kills on 23 swings. She is hitting .03 as Manzanares will come out and Bonifacio returns. She is hitting 179. Sukov from the service line. And a rejection from Mariner. Off the swing from Barbara Silva, the 5'11 junior out of Brazil. Mariner started out her college career at Adams State and then transferred here. And the dink shot goes down. And the Vaqueros come away with a point. Mariner started at Adams State. She had 2 uncles who were coaching on the football team. Once they left, she loves being around her family and was trying to broaden her horizons. So she said, look, I'm going to transfer. She sent her film out. Coach Mello loved it, and she's here now. And that shot going wide. And Cal State Bakersfield up by 2. As DeGarmo re-enters into the front line. Krista Hernandez from the end line. Zayas the first contact. They go high ball to Silva. And she goes high hands and registers the kill. This is Zayas from the service line. And another point for the Vaqueros. Zayas, coming over from junior college, transferred from Tyler Junior College, and has really done a great job defensively. 31 digs against Texas Tech. Comes up with another dig right there. Set outside, and Krug wiping it off the block. And a 3-0 run for the Vaqueros. Again, they trail 2-1. And what a battle it was in that third set. There were 10 ties, 6 lead changes. CSU Bakersfield ended up winning it 27-25. They took set 2, 25-20, and dropped game 1, 25-16. Sub in Julia Montezuma, the junior out of Spring, Texas, the DS at 5'5". Once play commences, they will have her do the honors from the service line. Out of bounds off the palm of Montezuma. Elisaya and Henson will come back in. 13 up here in set 4. Here is Elisaya. 19 assists, 8 digs, 1 service ace. Krug. Back to Henson. And the offensive rebound. First contact was Elisaya. Running 1-foot takeoff by Bonifacio, who has 8 kills, second most on her team. She will get the set and get rejected. Elisaya dumping it over. Ecker could not get there in time. A dispute on the side of the Vaqueros coaching staff about, was that a lift? But no violation called. And CSUB retakes the lead, 14 serving 13. Zayas overpass to Garmo, the slam dunk. 8 kills for the 6'3" senior. And we will have a media timeout. 15-13, CSUB trying to close out this match and take it here in set 4. They lead by 2. Back after this.
In 2011, California passed a law requiring carbon monoxide alarms in single-family homes.
That was 7 years ago. Carbon monoxide alarms
typically last 7 to 10 years, which means California is about to start hearing a lot of this. But you can beat the beep,
by getting a new kitted carbon monoxide alarm now.
Beat the beep by going to your local Home Depot to find the Kidda solution that's right for you.
Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Cinturones, por favor. Gracias.
Opportunity is everywhere.
This could be fun.
It's a door.
Ooh, it's doing a lot of kicking down there.
Waiting to be opened. Whatever your ambition, whatever your drive, whatever you're chasing, opportunity is everywhere.
Bakersfield leading 15-13 in set 4. They are up 2-1, and it will be Lisa Elisaya to slap it across the net. First contact is Zayas. They go quick middle to Ecker, and that one with a soft block, returnable for DeGarmo, as she is able to find a seam in that block up the middle and put it down. DeGarmo continues to dazzle on the front line. She has 9 kills on 15 swings, is hitting .333. Serve from Elisaya. Ecker with a dink shot in coverage there was Emily Hansen. DeGarmo on a one-on-one at the net, and Ecker capitalizes, shutting down the 6'3 senior. So Barbara Silva now we'll look to slap it across. Bonifacio unloading. And off of Knutson in the middle back position. Bonifacio, 9 kills. And she will retreat back to the service line. (17) serving 14. Back set, Silva, and smashes it into the net. 6th hitting error for Silva. 7 kills on 21 swings. She's hitting .095. The only player hitting over 300 is Krug at .375. 4 kills on 8 swings and 1 attacking error. Elisaya behind the head to DeGarmo. That one dug up by Silva. Krug flailing away. And a net violation to call on the Roadrunners as they were trying to defend. This will be Krug from the back line. Big part of what Todd Lowry is trying to do here with this Vaqueros team is develop depth, and he said that is a big thing. He thinks that this year's team is the deepest team that he's just about had in every position. He's got 3 setters, 4 middle blockers, 4 outside hitters, 4 DSs, 2 right side hitters. Hansen gets rejected. Elisaya bumping it towards the net, and Sukov is able to knuckle it and clear the net. Off the net, Knutson, and finds the floor. Knutson, 12 kills on 45 swings, 5 hitting errors, and 18 digs. As Antonella Jularic, the 6'1 senior outside hitter, will wave it across. Backside, Hansen inside the double block. Silva the first contact, and there was Knutson trying to get creative with the shot placement. And a net violation called on the Vaqueros. Bakersfield pumps their lead out to 3. 19-13 with Madison DeGarmo stepping back. Outside set to Knutson, 2-handed dig by Elisaya. This will be Hansen flailing away, and it ricochets off the block and inbounds for a point to the Vaqueros. Take another look at that one. Vaqueros with 10 total blocks compared to 7 for Bakersfield. Alexandra Ecker steps back. 6 service aces for the Vaqueros, and Sukov posting another kill as she crushes that set off of Elisaya. 20-17 here in set 4. Sukov, 11 kills, 8 hitting errors, 36 swings, is hitting .083. This is Sydney Wick, second on the team, and aces on the season. Zayas gets the first touch, and Oliveira will dink shot it across. They go quick middle to Boyso. Diving one-hand attempt from Zayas and Silva couldn't pop it across. Number 2 in orange for the Vaqueros. Vaqueros down by 4, and they will burn up a timeout here. And we will stay right here. Brooke Boiso getting coached up with Giovanna Mello. Mello had a very decorated career in college. Graduated from Arizona State. Was the team captain there her senior year. And has led this team to 2 berths into the NCAA tournament as we look at Mariner get dug up in the backcourt. But the attacking errors, as you see right there, have been mounting. That was kind of the issue early on for Bakersfield. Too many mistakes, but it's kind of flipped the script here, and the Vaqueros are the ones that are coming up with the attacking errors in larger part, with 24 on the match. And there is Knutson. She had 18 kills and 11 digs in that conference championship matchup against Bakersfield last year. She's got 13 tonight with 1 block. This is Sydney Wicks. And Knutson will fire it across. Boiso dug up by Zayas. They go backside to Mariner. And she uses her athleticism for the smash down. She talked a lot about having a big family. A lot of them come from a volleyball background. And she says afterwards, a lot of her family will tell her how she did in matches. They will watch the live stream, critique her. One coaching tool she got from a cousin was, look, you got to swing higher, go high hands more. And she's buying in. She's coming off a 15-kill match, which was a career best for her, and that was Saturday against South Dakota. So violation, center line violation. Net violation, not a center line, net violation. Oh, 18 serving 22. Here comes the serve. Backside set, Sukov, and just crushes it. Sukov, 12 kills, 39 swings. She leads all on her team in the kill count. And she will rear back to serve. Has 4 aces tonight. Silva hits it, caught the ball a little bit fat on the swing off the net. And it is set point for Bakersfield. They were down 24-20 in that pivotal set 3. They fought back and won set 3, 27-25. Sukov from the service line. And putting it down for her 5th ace of the night. And a 4-set win against the foes from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Bakersfield prevails in the conference opener here. What a response from a team that dropped that first set 25-16. Found a lot of offense towards the latter stages and were able to find a way around the attacking errors that were sort of haunting or lumbering this team in the early going, but they prevail in 4 sets. They take that 4-set 25-18. And they will continue conference play on Saturday at noon against New Mexico State, predicted to finish #1 in the conference. They came into tonight 10-3 on the season as the team sings the alma mater. Roadrunners with their first winning record of the season. They have won now 4 matches in a row. Mariner dazzling as always. But as much as they were doing in the kill department, it was a lot of mistakes that we saw hitting from the Vaqueros that the Roadrunners were able to take advantage of. And Brooke Boyso was again dominant in the middle, the redshirt freshman, finding herself with a great outing tonight. 11 kills, 24 swings, hitting .333. And the play at the net defensively was so strong. Brooke Boyso finished with 6 block assists and showing why she was named the WAC Defensive Player of the Week just this week. Had a 3-block game over the weekend, and Brooke Boyso doing it again tonight. Bakersfield on top in 4 sets. They take down this University of Texas Rio Grande Valley team, a squad they also beat in the conference tournament championship. What a great start to the conference slate for Bakersfield. 1-0 and 7-6 on the year. They will take on New Mexico State on Saturday at home at noon. We will have that broadcast for you. From all of us here helping out with the broadcast, I am Brian Fenley saying good night, and you've been watching this broadcast on ESPN3.
Like leather, skin is stronger when it's hydrated, but 9 out of 10 men don't get the hydration their skin needs. That's why Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash has a unique hydrating formula to keep men's skin healthier and stronger.
I wish you weren't so worried about moving.
I'm hoping these nature sounds will help me relax a bit.
At least we don't have to worry about homeowners insurance. Just call Geico.
Good to know.
Get to know Geico for homeowners insurance.
In 2011, California passed a law requiring carbon monoxide alarms in single-family homes.
That was 7 years ago. Carbon monoxide alarms
typically last 7 to 10 years.
Which means California is about to start hearing a lot of this. But you can beat the beep.
By getting a new kitted carbon monoxide alarm now.
Beat the beep by going to your local Walmart to find the Kidda solution that's right for you.
This is a story about mail and packages. And it's also a story about people. People who rely on us every day to deliver their dreams. They're handing us more than mail. They're handing us their business. And while we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country, we never forget that your business is our business. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
It's time to discover the new Buick. Current eligible lessees get this low-mileage lease on this Encore for around $199 per month.
See your Southern California Buick and GMC dealers.
Opportunity is everywhere. Like here and here. See? Opportunity. Everywhere. About to be parents. Meeting the parents. And this driver logging out to watch his kid hit one out of the... Opportunity is everywhere. All you have to do to find it is get out. Here.
We all we got! We all we need! We all we got! We all we need!
The new season begins with NFL Game Pass.
Let's go!
It's the dawn of a new day.
Not a bad start for the young quarterback.
A star-studded roster.
Fly everybody into the end zone!
Comeback kids.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Giants!
The quest for a sixth ring.
Let's go!
Watch every out-of-market preseason game live with NFL Game Pass. Start your free trial today.
I hate some of these people, but I'd never kill them.
How the did this happen?
This country has taken enough. I'm sick and tired of people telling me that America is the greatest country because we can whip your...
Ladies and gentlemen, the last president of the United States.
Rated R.